Well, Kevin, it's another day in another remote location for me where hopefully it's always a struggle with the internet and having the studio move around. How are you? Good to see you today.
I'm doing great, Jason. Good to see you too.
You know, we've been covering this a lot, Kevin, but it's been going on, for weeks. Well, let me take a step back. It's been going on for years. We've got a deranged segment of Congress that doesn't seem satisfied with Robert Mueller's investigation. They forget about evidence. They just want Trump to be guilty and impeached, and anybody that wants to talk about stuff like the Constitution or the law, well, they must be biased, right?
Yeah, that's right. What we're seeing here, and the reason that we're staying on this is the Democratic Party, some in particular, know that William Barr has begun an investigation into the Steele dossier and other things and crimes that were committed in the FBI and the CIA. So they know this. They don't care about the facts. And as we watch a couple of the snippets, I want people to see. We'll see that they could care less about the facts or the redacted portions of this of Mueller's report. They are trying to stop this covered up and stop Barr from investigating what happened with the Steele dossier. That's what this is all about. And that's why I want to stay on this,
Yeah.
because these hearings, oftentimes congressional hearings are a sham. But this is beyond a sham. They're covering up what was done and trying to get rid of Mueller because he's right on their heels right now.
Yeah, I really feel like this is sort of an unprecedented off the rails. I agree with you. You know, these hearings always seem like a lot of bloviating and hot air moving around the room, but we're seeing just a total disregard for procedure, for law. You know, we've got Congress holding the Attorney General in contempt of Congress for actually following the law. Nobody seemed to care about Eric Holder being in contempt of Congress when he was violating the law. So it's really bizarre.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is how stupid their lies are and how stupid these things that they're saying in these testimonies, which we're about to see. They're so stupid that what they're doing is they're playing by a playbook to try to keep themselves and the Democratic Party. This could be the death knell of the Democratic Party when these indictments begin to come down, which I am absolutely convinced they will. So they don't care that they look stupid. They don't care that their lies are ridiculous because they are desperate. And it's worth noting too, Jason, that Representative Nadler could have seen these redacted portions of the Mueller report. I think it's only 5% of the entire 458 pages. That report is located in a confidential locked room. Jerry Nadler has access to that room, and at any time, Representative Nadler could have gone back into that room and read the unredacted portions of the report dealing with grand jury testimony. He didn't. He is lying. He's making it look like it's being covered up. It's not. He could read it at any time. That's how desperate these people are.
Well, Kevin, serious question in that regard. Are we certain that Representative Nadler can actually read?
That is a question.
Joking aside, though, he really is, I think, he's the one who needs to be impeached. He's doing a really tremendous disservice to the people of the United States, and we're going to dig into that. Before we do, I want to remind everybody who's watching us on patreon.com/crowdsource the truth that the intelligence assessment is always simulcast on patreon.com/Kevin_Shipp. That's Kevin's Patreon page, and people should be heading over there to sponsor Kevin. Couldn't do these shows, obviously, without him, and Kevin has just launched a new program on patreon.com/Kevin_Shipp with two P's. He's going to have a Q&A video series that's essentially an Ask Me Anything. So if you've got questions for a former CIA operative, I don't know that this has ever been done before, Kevin, that people can actually, is it going to be a call-in thing, or how are you going to run that Q&A show?
Yeah, thank you, Jason. The way we're going to do it, and this is important to me because I want people to feel they're involved in this process and involved in this channel, my channel and your channel, and that they have an input into that and then get questions directly from me. No CIA officer, of course, has ever done this. And That's pretty much my world. So they
Wow.
can ask me directly questions that no one else is going to answer. And as you do, I care about my sponsors greatly, and I want to bring them in to these discussions. And we're building a tremendous community of patriots out there. So I will take the questions over the email. And it starts at tier two. I take questions over the email, deep state questions at gmail.com. And then I do a program for an hour where I go through those and I answer those questions.
Nice. So that's a new series exclusive to
Yes.
patreon.com/Kevin_Shipp with two P's. I hope the people will get on there. And that will not be shown on patreon.com/crowdsource the truth. So yet another reason to sponsor Kevin on his Patreon page. Also, people should be going over to fortheloveoffreedom.net. That's Kevin's personal webpage, free to access, of course. You can read all about Kevin's time in the CIA. You can purchase a signed copy of his book, From the Company of Shadows. The webpage features previously concealed documents that the CIA did not want you to see. Kevin's released those for everyone to see on his webpage. And of course, if you purchase the book, you're going to get access to the shadow code on the website here. And that's going to allow you to see additional information that was, of course, redacted from Kevin's lawsuits and the various interactions he's had with the CIA since leaving there and exposing some of their insane criminality. So without further ado, Kevin, let's dig into the slideshow for today. I think people have had a tremendous response to the presentations that you've been giving. So please take us through.
Yeah, Jason, this is so important. I want people to understand what's going on here. That we did have collusion with Russia, but it was Hillary Clinton, the DNC, her law firm, all the way up to a.
Kevin, are you still there? Got a little freeze happening. Can you hear me, Kevin?
I can hear you. Yeah,
Sorry about that. Hillary Clinton, her law firm, all the way up to.
That's her law firm, all the way up to senior level officials in the FBI, the CIA, and British intelligence. This is massive. Historically, there's never been anything like it. Indictments are going to happen. They have to do them slowly, otherwise there will be a crisis and the stock market will fall. But so we'll see them start coming slowly. So I want people to understand. I'm focusing in on the Mueller report because it is such a bunch of garbage from a man who knows better. And so the very Mueller report itself is a sham. And we've talked about that in previous programs. I want to touch at just the high points here, and then we'll get into actually showing some of this congressional testimony and how absolutely ridiculous it is. Also, I want to thank people for bearing with me. My wife and I have been hit really strongly with by some sort of immune system depressor, and we've had pretty high counts of Epstein-Barr. So if I
Oh
stumble over
my.
my words or something, bear with me. But we fight on.
Hey, Kevin, let me pause for a second. I've made
Yeah.
a huge error and we're going out live on YouTube. Stand